Hello, it's one of your best friends here. I've seen that you have been complaining about certain toons. So in today's video I decided to fix some toons for you. Also, side note, there may be a part 2. Oh, and finally, thank you for 400 subs. But first things first. In order to fix Shrimpo, we need to turn him from common to uncommon. This skin I think is perfect for conveying Shrimpo's personality, and it has more design. Now let's do the stats and ability. Now we start with his passive, which I will turn into a ability because his old passive makes him weak. Ability Bully. This toon can bully a twisted, lowering their speed by 5%. Can stack 2 times but stacks once on lethals. Now for his stats. Requirements: point 1100 Ica. Must have encountered dandy and pass 10 floors. Second, Scraps the Scrappy. Now before I fix Scraps, I'm going to talk about her and her problems. Scraps is a semi-survivalist, that depends on another person to survive, quite like Glisten, except his stats can cover for him without his ability, so he is still good in solo. Now onto her ability. Crafty Grapple is alright on paper, but it doesn't pass through objects or hang on the ceiling, so it kinda lands flat. So I thought of giving her whole new ability. That turns her from a semi-survivalist to a survivalist to support. Ability Hunter's Roar. Whenever Scraps uses her ability, she gets a buff called the Hunter's Mark effect, makes it to where, if any twisted tries to get next to you or your teammate, they will walk the other way in fear. Cooldown 65. By the way, you have to be a certain close to Scraps for the effect to get to you. Example. Edit. I also gave her the ability as cats are 95.6 related to tigers. Now onto the stats, which are a mess. I don't even know where to start. Her stamina to movement speed ratio is so bad that you are going to constantly use stamina, and sometimes you still won't escape chases. You can't even do machines fast, so sometimes that it can just leave you out in the open. So I took a look at Pebble's stats and decided on a stat pool that would work. She can't extract well cores of her claws, and she is a cat, so they aren't that good at running for long distances of time. Last but not least, Razzle with Dazzle. Yep, I split them up. Lore side piece. Dandy always thought that the toons Razzle and Dazzle were going to try achieve different dreams but fail in the process due to being stuck together against their will, so he offered them an alternative. If they got him the Ica, he would be able to create 2 bodies for the 2 of them. In the end they got it done, and now hang out all the time and sleep in different beds. The only problem I see between the 2 is that Dazzle is slow and can't get much speed. If you were able to switch between Razzle and Dazzle, he would get more speed. So I'm going to give them 2 separate abilities, passives. Starting with Dazzle again. Ability Sobbing. When on a floor, Dazzle can summon Dandy's shop, and you will also get free 20 tapes. On activation. Note the odds of getting rare items are the same as regular Dandy shop. Cooldown 120. Now for the stats. Okay, so it's time for his brother. The only problem I have with Razzle is just the opposite of Dazzle. He is bad extraction speed, kinda almost the same as Pebble but a little lower. Now the ability, which took 45 minutes to make. Passive baby made of sunshine, there is a 25% chance a twisted won't harm you. Note that passive was just for lore purposes, such as to show the twisteds have some compassion. Well, this is the end of part 1 of this video. Here's at least 0.15 likes. I will do a part 2 with Toodles and Poppy and Cosmo. Also make sure to like, comment and subscribe.